You are all warmly welcome to my YouTube channel, History with Suranga Sir. From this video, I am going to discuss grade 10 first lesson. This video consists of 50 questions and answers. This is part 1 of the video. If you haven't subscribed my channel yet, subscribe it right now and hit the bell notification. And let's move to the first question. What are sources? We know in the first lesson, grade 10, sources of knowledge is there. The first question, what are sources? Everything that can be used to learn history is called sources. If you move to the second question, what are the two main categories of sources? We know there are two categories: literary sources and archaeological sources. Question number 3, define literary sources. Right, what is the meaning of literary sources? Books or writings written by people of the past during various periods of time is called literary sources. Question number 4, what are the two main categories of literary sources? We can see there are two categories. First one is local literary sources, another one is foreign literary sources. Question number 5, what is the oldest local literary sources in Sri Lanka? It should be Deepavansa. That is the oldest literary sources in Sri Lanka. Question number 6, in which century was the Deepavansa written? You should know that one. It was written in 4th century AD. AD means Anno Domini. Right. Question number 7, what are the weaknesses seen in Deepavansa? Now I have asked these 5 questions from the Deepavansa. This is the 5th question. What are the weaknesses seen in the Deepavansa? Historical events are presented very briefly. That is one of the weakness of Deepavansa. Another one is repetitive errors are observed. The same error is written or done again and again. Those are the two weaknesses can be seen in Deepavansa. Historical events are presented very briefly, and the repetitive errors are observed. Right. And another literary sources is Mahavansa. According to question number 8, who wrote the first part of the Mahavansa? We know a monk named Mahanama who lived at Diksanda Senavia Piruvani in Anuradhapura. Right? Mahanama Thero. Question number 9, in which century was it written? 5th or 6th century AD? Because we don't know it exactly, so 5th or 6th century. So when you write the answer, you have to mention 5th or 6th century. Right, let's move to question number 10. Similarities are found between the Mahavansa and Deepavansa because they were influenced by which books? That is the question. We can see the similarities as well as the differences. Right, they were influenced by which books? We ask the books. First one is Sihalatta Katha. Second, Uttara Vihara Atta Katha. Last one, Vinaya Atta Katha. Right, you have to keep in mind the names of these 3 books: Sihalatta Katha, Uttara Vihara Atta Katha, Vinaya Atta Katha. Question number 10, what is the name of the Mahavansa? Mahavansa Tika. That is called commentary and written to explain the meaning of the Mahavansa. That is Vansapta Kasini, pronounced as Vansapta Kasini. Okay, let's see the question number 12. In which language was it written? It was written in Pali language. Question number 13, how long after the first part of the Mahavansa was it written? How long after the first part of the Mahavansa was it written? 4 centuries later. Question number 14. What are the dharma or religious texts written during the Polonnaruwa civilization or Polonnaruwa period? First one Bodhivansaya, second one Thupavansaya, Dhatuvansaya, Pujavaliya, Saddharma Lankare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 books. 5 religious books can be seen written in Polonnaruwa kingdom. They are Bodhivansaya, Thupavansaya, Dhatuvansaya, Pujavaliya and Saddharma Lankare. Question number 15. What are the Sandesha Kavya, I mean the messenger poems in English, written during the Kotte era? Mayura Sandeshaya, Tisara Sandeshaya, Salalihini Sandeshaya. 3 Sandesha Kavyas can be seen during the Kotte era. Question number 16. What is the Prasasti Kavya, that is called eulogy poem in English, written during the Kotte era? Parakumba Sirita. Right. Question number 17. What are the Hatan Kavya? Hatan mean fightings, I mean the war poems written during the Kotte era. Sitavaka Hatana, Constantiniu Hatana, Ingrisi Hatana. Those are the 3 Hatan Kavyas or war poems written during the Kotte era. Question number 18. What is recorded in the Nikaya Sangrahaya? Normally in Nikaya Sangrahaya is recorded religious information. Nikaya Sangrahaya is recorded in religious information. Question number 19. What information is mentioned in the Rajavaliya? Political information. You have to keep in mind the political information is mentioned in the Rajavaliya. Right. Question number 20. What factors should be considered when using literary sources? A few factors are there, so we have to consider about those factors when we use literary sources, especially the time the source was written. Second one, the author of the source, I mean the person who wrote that one. Third one, the objectives or motives of the author. Fourth one, the way the information was gathered for the source. These are the 4 factors we have to pay attention when we use literary sources. Right. Question number 21. What are the South Indian texts that mention Sri Lanka? There are 3 texts: Silapadikaram, Padiruppatti, Manimekalai. We can see 3 Indian texts that mention about Sri Lanka. Question number 22. Who is the monk who visited this country and wrote about Sri Lanka? The monk who visited this country and wrote about Sri Lanka. This is pronounced as Fahian Thero. This Fahian Thero, he came to Sri Lanka and wrote about our country. Next one, who is the Arab national who visited this country and wrote about Sri Lanka? The Arab national who visited this country and wrote about Sri Lanka, Ibn Battuta, pronounced as Ibn Battuta. Question number 24. What nationality was Ribeiro, who visited this country and wrote about Sri Lanka? Ribeiro, he visited this country and he wrote about Sri Lanka. What was his nationality? That is the question. Portuguese. Answer is Portuguese. Question number 25. Who is the Dutch national who visited this country and wrote about Sri Lanka? Who is the Dutch national who visited this country and wrote about Sri Lanka? Philippus Baldius, pronounced as Philippus Baldius. Right, now we have come to the last question of this video, because there are 50 questions included in this video, so that's why I divided into two parts. The first video consists 26 questions, and other part 2 video consists 24 questions. The last question of this video: who is the Englishman who wrote an historical relation of the island Ceylon? Answer should be Robert Knox. Right, now we have come to the end of this part video. See you soon with part 2, and thank you very much for watching the video. So if you haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, uh, subscribe it right now. Thank you very much for watching this video.